بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. التسجيل الأول من كتاب 1300 قانون في الرياضيات. Chapter 1 Chapter 1 Chapter 1 Number cities Number cities Number cities Set identities Set identities Set identities Cities ABC Cities ABC Cities ABC Universal set I Universal set I Universal set I Complement A dash Complement A dash Complement A dash Proper subset Proper subset Proper subset A proper B A proper B A proper B Empty set phi Empty set phi Empty set phi Union of sets Union of sets Union of sets A union B A union B A union B Intersection of sets Intersection of sets Intersection of sets A intersection B A intersection B A intersection B Difference of sets Difference of sets Difference of sets A difference B A difference B A difference B 1 A proper I A proper I A proper I 2 A proper A A proper A A proper A 3 1 equal B if 1 equal B if 1 equal B if A proper B A proper B A proper B and B proper A and B proper A and B proper A 4 empty set phi proper A phi proper A phi proper A 5 union of sets Union of sets Union of sets C equal A union B C equal A union B C equal A union B equal X probability equal X probability equal X probability X belong A X belong A X belong A or X belong B or X belong B or X belong B لاحظ الشكل 1 AB 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 6 commutativity 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 A union B equal B union A A B A union B equal B union A هذه 6 A union B equal B union A A union B equal B union A A union B equal B union A 7 associativity associativity أو associativity 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 A union B union C equal A union B union C equal A union B union C equal A union B union C A union B union C A union B union C هذه 7 8 intersection of cities intersection of cities intersection of cities C equal A union B C equal A union B C equal A union B X probability X belong A X probability X belong A X probability X belong A and X belong B and X belong B and X belong B الشكل 2 ABC 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 9 commutativity 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 A intersection B A intersection B A intersection B equal B intersection A equal B intersection A equal B intersection A 10 associativity 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 A intersection B intersection C equal A intersection B intersection C equal A intersection B intersection C equal A intersection B intersection C A intersection B intersection C A intersection B intersection C. 11 distributivity A union B intersection C equal A union B intersection C equal A union B intersection C equal A union B A union B A union B intersection A union C intersection A union C intersection A union C. 12 idempotency A union A equal A wait I intersection A equal A intersection A equal A intersection A equal A union A equal A union A equal A union A equal A. 13 diminution A intersection phi equal phi A intersection phi equal phi A intersection phi equal phi A union I equal I A union I equal I A union I equal I. 14 identity A union phi equal A union phi equal A union phi equal A intersection I equal A intersection I equal A intersection I equal A. 15 complement A dash equal X belong I probability X not belong A X belong I probability X not belong I X belong I probability X not belong A. 16 complement of intersection and union complement of intersection and union complement of intersection and union A union A dash equal I A union A dash equal I A union A dash equal I A intersection A dash equal phi A intersection A dash equal phi A intersection A dash equal phi. 17 De Morgan's laws A union B all dash equal A union B all dash equal A union B all dash equal A dash intersection B dash A dash intersection B dash A dash intersection B dash A intersection B all dash equal A intersection B all dash equal A intersection B all dash equal A dash union B dash A dash union B dash A dash union B dash. 18 difference of sets C equal B difference A C equal B difference A C equal B difference A X probability X belong B X probability X belong B X probability X belong B and X not belong A and X not belong A and X not belong A. الشكل 3 ABC 19 B difference A equal B difference A equal B difference A equal B difference A union A intersection B B difference A intersection B B difference A intersection B. 20 B difference are equal, B difference are equal, B difference are equal, B intersection A dash, B intersection A dash, B intersection A dash. 21 A difference A equal 5, A difference A equal 5, A difference A equal 5. 22 A difference B equal A, A difference B equal A, A difference B equal A. If A intersection B equal 5, if A intersection B equal 5, if A intersection B equal 5. الشكل 4 AB AB AB. 23 A difference B intersection C equal, A difference B intersection C equal, A difference B intersection C equal, A intersection C, A intersection C, A intersection C. Difference B intersection C, difference B intersection C, difference B intersection C. 24 A dash equal I difference A, A dash equal I difference A, A dash equal I difference A. 25 Cartesian product, Cartesian product, Cartesian product. C equal A by B, C equal A by B, C equal A by B. XY probability, XY probability, XY probability. X belong to A, X belong to A, X belong to A, and Y belong B, and Y belong B, and Y belong B. Cities of numbers, cities of numbers, cities of numbers. Natural numbers N, natural numbers N, natural numbers N. Whole numbers N0, whole numbers N0, whole numbers N0. Integers Z, integers Z, integers Z. Positive imagers Z positive, positive positive integers Z positive, positive integers Z positive, positive integers Z positive. Negative integers Z negative, negative integers Z negative, negative integers Z negative. Rational numbers Q, rational numbers Q, rational numbers Q. Real numbers R, real numbers R, real numbers R. Complex numbers C, complex numbers C, complex numbers C. 26 natural numbers, natural numbers, natural numbers. Counting numbers, counting numbers, counting numbers. N equal 1 2 3, N equal 1 2 3, N equal 1 2 3. 27 whole numbers, whole numbers, whole numbers. Counting numbers and 0, counting numbers and 0, counting numbers and 0. N0 equal 0 1 2 3, N0 equal 0 1 2 3, etc. N0 equal 0 1 2 3, etc. 28 integers, integers, integers. Whole numbers and their opposites, opposites, and 0. Whole numbers and their opposites and 0. Whole numbers and their opposites and 0. Positive Z equal N equal 1 2 3, etc. Positive Z equal N equal 1 2 3, etc. Positive Z equal N equal 1 2 3, etc. Negative Z equal, negative Z equal, negative Z equal minus 3 minus 2 minus 1, minus 3 minus 2 minus 1, minus 3 minus 2 minus 1. Z equal negative Z, Z equal negative Z, Z equal negative Z. Union 0 union positive z, union 0 union positive z, union 0 union positive z, equal minus 3 minus 2 minus 1 0, minus 3 minus 2 minus 1 0, minus 3 minus 2 minus 1 0, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. 29 rational numbers. Repeating for terminating decimals. Repeating or terminating decimal. Terminating decimals. Q equal X probability. Q equal X probability. Q equal X probability. A on B, A on B, A on B, and B and A belong Z, and A belong Z, and A belong Z, and B belong Z, and B belong Z, and B belong Z, and B not equal 0, and B not equal 0, and B not equal 0. 30 irrational numbers. Non-repeating and non-terminating decimals. لاحظ الشكل 5 123 natural numbers. Whole numbers 0, whole numbers 0, integers minus 1 minus 83, integers minus 1 minus 83, integers minus 1 minus 83. Rational numbers 2 on 5, 2 on 5, 2 on 5, 17 on 37, 17 on 37, 17 on 37. Real numbers, irrational numbers, by, root 5, cubic, root 2, cubic, root 2, cubic, root 2. 31 real numbers. Union of rational and irrational numbers are real numbers. Union of rational and irrational numbers are real numbers. Union of rational and irrational numbers are 32 complex numbers. C equal x plus I y. C equal x plus I y. C equal x plus I y. Probability x belong R. Probability x belong R. Probability x belong R. And y belong R. And y belong R. And y belong R. Where I is the imaginary unit. Where I is the imaginary unit. Where I is the imaginary unit. 33 N proper Z, proper Q, proper R, proper C. Basic identities. Real numbers ABC. 34 Additive identity. A plus 0 equal A plus 0 equal A plus 0 equal A. 35 Additive inverse. A plus minus A equal 0, A plus minus A equal 0, A plus minus A equal 0. 36. Commutative of addition. Commutative of addition. Commutative of addition. A plus B equal B plus A. A plus B equal B plus A. A plus B equal B plus A. 37. Associative of addition. Associative of addition. Associative of addition. A plus B plus C equal. A plus B plus C equal. A plus B plus C equal. A plus B plus C. A plus B plus C. A plus B plus C. 38. Definition of subtraction. Definition of subtraction. Definition of subtraction. A minus B equal. A minus B equal. A minus B equal. A plus minus B. A plus minus B. A plus minus B. 39. Multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity. A by 1 equal A. A by 1 equal A. A by 1 equal A. 40. Multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse. A by 1 on A equal 1. A by 1 on A equal 1. A by 1 on A equal 1. A not equal 0. A not equal 0. A not equal 0. 41. Multiplication times 0. Multiplication times 0. Multiplication times 0. A by 0 equal 0. A by 0 equal 0. A by 0 equal 0. 42. Commutative of multiplication. Commutative of multiplication. Commutative of multiplication. A by B equal B by A. A by B equal B by A. A by B equal B by A. 43. Associative of multiplication. Associative of multiplication. Associative of multiplication. A by B by C equal. A by B by C equal. A by B by C equal. A by B by C. A by B by C. A by B by C. 44. Distributive law. Distributive law. Distributive law. A by B plus C. A by B plus C. A by B plus C equal AB plus AC. Equal AB plus AC. Equal AB plus AC. 45. Definition of division. Division. Definition of division. Definition of division. A on B equal. A on B equal. A on B equal. A by 1 on B. A by 1 on B. A by 1 on B. Complex numbers. Complex numbers. Complex numbers. Natural number n. Natural number n. Natural number n. Imaginary unit I. Imaginary unit I. Imaginary unit I. Complex number Z. Complex number Z. Complex number Z. Real part AC. Real part AC. Real part AC. Imaginary part BI DI. Imaginary part BI DI. Imaginary part BI DI. Modulus. Modulus of a complex number. Modulus of a complex number. Modulus homogeneous of a complex number. Modulus of a complex number. R1 R2 R1 R2 R1 R2. Argument of a complex number. Argument of a complex number. Argument of a complex number. Phi 1 Phi 2. Phi 1 Phi 2. Phi 1 Phi 2. 46. I power 1 equal I power 1 equal I power 1 equal I power 2 equal minus 1 I power 2 equal minus 1 I power 2 equal minus 1 I power 3 equal minus I power 3 equal minus I power 3 equal minus I power 4 equal 1 I power 4 equal 1 I power 4 equal 1 I power 5 equal I power 5 equal I power 5 equal I power 6 equal minus 1 I power 6 equal minus 1 I power 6 equal minus 1 I power 7 equal minus I power 7 equal minus I I power 7 equal minus I power 8 equal 1, I power 8 equal 1, I power 8 equal 1, I power 2n plus 1 equal I power 4n 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 plus 2 equal minus 1, I power 4n plus 2 equal minus 1, I power 4n plus 2 equal minus 1, I power 4n plus 3 equal minus I power 4n plus 3 equal minus I power 4n plus 3 equal minus I power 4n equal 1, I power 4n equal 1, I power 4n equal 1. 47 Z equal A plus BI, Z equal A plus BI, Z equal A plus BI. 48 complex plane. لاحظ الشكل 6. real axis, imaginary axis, 0 1 2 A3, 0 1 2 A3, 0 1 2 A3, minus 1 minus 2, minus 1 minus 2, minus 1 minus 2, I to I, BI 3I, I to I, BI 3I, I to I, BI 3I, minus I minus 2I, minus I minus 2I, minus I minus 2I, A plus BI, A plus BI, A plus BI. 49 A plus BI plus, A plus BI plus, A plus BI plus, C plus DI equal, C plus DI equal, C plus DI equal, A plus C plus, A plus C plus, A plus C plus, B plus D by I, B plus D by I, أو B plus DI, B plus DI, B plus DI. 50 A plus BI minus, A plus BI minus, A plus BI minus, C plus DI, C plus DI, C plus DI equal A minus C plus B minus DI equal A minus C plus B minus DI equal A minus C plus B minus DI. 51 A plus BI by, A plus BI by, A plus BI by, C plus DI equal, C plus DI equal, C plus DI equal, AC minus BD plus, AC minus BD plus, AC minus BD plus, AD minus BCI, AD plus BCI, AD plus BCI, AD plus BCI. 52 A plus BI on, C plus DI, A plus BI on, C plus DI, A plus BI on, C plus DI equal AC plus BD on, equal AC plus BD on, equal AC plus BD on, C square plus D square, C square plus D square, C square plus D square, plus BC minus AD, plus BC minus AD, plus BC minus AD, on C square plus D square, on C square plus D square, on C square plus D square, I. 53 conjugate complex numbers, conjugate complex numbers, conjugate complex numbers, conjugate A plus BI equal conjugate, A plus BI equal conjugate, A plus BI equal A minus BI, A minus BI, A minus BI. 54 A equal R cosine phi, A equal R cosine phi, A equal R cosine phi, B equal R sin phi, B equal R sin phi, B equal R sin phi. لاحظ الشكل 7 x0y 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 A bi A bi A bi A plus bi A plus bi A plus bi R5 وصلى الله تبارك وتعالى على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين.